Well, from food to flowers, things that humans aren't usually finding dangerous could actually be deadly for your pets.
That's why this week on our Pet Health segment, we are highlighting some hidden hazards that are common in many households out there for your pets. So doing this live right now is veterinarian Dr. Thomas Makoviak with WellHaven Pet Health. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Trevor. Good morning, Emily.
So what are some of those, maybe they're foods or just things that are around the house that could be dangerous to pets that we may not even consider?
The most common thing we see is probably hear the phone call, my dog got just into a bag of chocolates. And what do I do now, right? And it really depends how much chocolate is in there. So please make sure you can read the label to the veterinarian while you talk to them. The more cocoa is in there, the worse. But there's a ton of other things, right? Macadamia nuts are toxic, poisonous to dogs. Things like garlic and onion, right? They can have bad effects on red blood cells and liver. There's a ton of food that you have to be very, very careful. Coffee grounds, right? You wouldn't necessarily put coffee grounds into your dog's food, but dogs get into garbage and that's how they get it. Big thing is xylitol, which is a sweetener and lots of bubble gum, chewing gum, and pay attention because xylitol is now often described as birch sugar. So birch sugar and xylitol is the same thing. It is very, very dangerous. You have to see the veterinarian immediately because it has very, very negative effects on your pet.
Birch sugar, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know about avocado and fatty foods. I mean, I feel like, chocolate is one you hear about, grapes that's
and
one
raisins,
you hear about.
garlic and onions.
But avocado, onions, I had no idea about those.
Yeah, absolutely. There's more things than you would just expect. And then you go all the way to the other spectrum, like cleaning solutions. I mean, imagine just smelling cleaning solutions. Very, very potent, right? Very irritating to our mucosa. And if your pet ingests it, I know the first idea of people is, oh, let's make my dog vomit. Don't do that. Call your veterinarian because sometimes that will make things worse because when it comes back up, it will really, really burn the esophagus and the mouth. Don't do that. Rat poison is a huge thing. Some of them have an antidote that can be given by a veterinarian. Those are the ones that usually prevent clotting, so your pet can have severe internal bleedings. But some rat poisons have neurologic effects and there is no antidote for it. So supportive care and hope that it's going to work are the things you have to do. And if you have a pet bird, never, ever, ever open any bottle of cleaning with your pet bird in the room. Just the fumes, I guarantee, will kill your bird. You have to move the bird into a different room, air the room out for hours, make sure there's no smell, no residue, because their airways are extremely sensitive.
Wow, I had no idea.
I didn't either.
For bird owners, that's a big one. Okay, so let's talk about some medications because I know as a dog owner that there are some medications for humans that you can give to your animals, but what medications do we want to make sure that pets do not ingest?
Huge thing. Oh, my dog had a lameness, so I gave my dog Tylenol for the last week. Well, you probably damaged your pet's liver now, or aspirin, ibuprofen. Extremely cautious. Please don't do that. Lots of people love giving the pets vitamins, vitamin D. Too much vitamin D will actually destroy the kidneys. You have to be extremely careful. Only because it's good for us does not mean it's good for the pets. Just call the vet. That's what we're here for, just to support, make sure no bad things happen.
Yeah, even if there is something at home that they could recommend to make sure that you've got the correct dosage, that you're using the right thing. I mean, that's a discussion with a veterinarian for sure.
Correct. A very popular item, which you all probably giggle here in the morning, marijuana is one of the top exposures at clinics. And people often feel embarrassed and don't want to admit it. And you have this dog that comes with the typical symptoms, just big pupils and urinating on themselves and just stumbling, but overall pretty happy. And it's very clear to us it's marijuana. And people say, no, never. It would never happen. It was the neighbor. I don't care.
Not in my house.
It just wasn't in my home. I don't know where I got it.
Always blame the dog.
Just tell me what it is so I can treat it. And I know it is. I can sometimes smell it on their breath.
Yeah, you're like, I am a doctor. I can put this one together.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating,
fair.
though.
You gotta be honest.
Yeah, there have been a lot of these items in tips today that I really didn't know about. You talk about the food. I actually would have thought you could have given your dog ibuprofen. Didn't know that one wasn't okay.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Good stuff. What about? I mean, I guess Moving on to, I don't know if there's more than marijuana, but anything of the plant variety that is also hazardous to dogs or cats.
Yes, a lot of ornamental plants that we love and we also have in our garden. Rhododendrons, azaleas, they can cause severe heart issues. Your heart will just slow down, and at some point stop beating. So if you see any exposure, potentially a puppy chewing on it, call the vet right away. We have to do the detox treatment. Lilies, extremely toxic to cats. Even sniffing, inhaling a little bit of pollen. If your kitty does that from a lily, it can have negative side effects on the kidneys, can cause kidney failure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very scary stuff. Poinsettias, foxglove, rhubarb, right? People make, oh, strawberry rhubarb. I grew my own rhubarb. If you give it to your dog, it can really cause damage to the kidneys. Don't do it. Just check with us.
Yeah, check in. And then if you do suspect that your animal has gotten into anything, try to bring some of whatever they had to the vet, right, so that they can actually see what we're dealing with.
Exactly. First of all, take a picture, bring it to us, picture of the label or picture of the plant. And if your vet is closed, you can't get anywhere into an ER. It's 3:30 in the morning. Everyone is overbooked. Call Pet Poison Control. Just Google Pet Poison Control. They're 24/7. They can give you advice.
Super important topic. Lots of good advice there. Dr. Thomas Makowiak with WellHaven Pet Health. Thank you so much for getting us up to speed.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and share this one, tag a friend. If you have a pet owner at home, make sure they know about everything on that list. If your furry friend needs a checkup or if you do have some questions for a vet, WellHaven has clinics all across the area. You can go to wellhaven.com to find out more.